You will not be able to work in the United. You will not be able to work in the United. You will not be able to work in the United Kingdom if you do not have digital ID. Our immigration system does need to be fair if we want to maintain that binding contract that our politics is built on. And that is why today I am announcing this government will make a new free of charge digital ID mandatory for the right to work by the end of this Parliament. Let me spell that out. You will not be able to work in the United Kingdom if you do not have digital ID. It's as simple as that. You will not be able to work in the United Kingdom if you do not have digital ID.
Your digital ID will be the only thing that your governments, institutions, and anybody authorised by those holding power will recognise you through. So you won't exist anymore. You'll be replaced by a QR code. You are not a number. You're an address to some resources. And that makes it particularly dangerous because those resources can be edited, and one of those fields, for sure, will be your vaccination status.
All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rikakwadash. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, and double honors to the elders at Great Millstone. And I like to say shalom to the believers around the world. And this lesson is entitled The Digital ID and the MOTB is on the way. The digital ID, the MOTB is on the way. John 10 and verses 10. The thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come that they might have life, and that they might have it more abundantly. And that is what Esau Edom is setting up. They're subduing everyone. Okay, that's the reason why you have the police state forming. All right, it's in UK, it's in America forming now. Okay, they have the DC National Guard. You have the National Guard and headed to Tennessee. I'm not sure if they're there. They're in Chicago, all around, because they're going to subdue the nations. They have to implement their new world order, in which they're going to bring forth draconian measures. Okay, they're going to speak like a dragon. All right, and bring forth authoritarian rule over the people. All right, the democratic society has ended. Okay, we're headed toward World War III. All right, the Lord is sending forth the plagues in the earth. All right, okay, and the nations are beginning to gather for Armageddon. Okay, all right, because we see the upheaval over there in Israel, in Gaza. The nations are getting angry. They're saying, look, we're going to send troops. We're going to send troops. Okay, what I'm saying, to save the people of Gaza. So the Lord is bringing this thing forth. All the prophecies are spewing forth in the earth. Okay, so let's go to Habakkuk chapter 2. All right, and let's read this, because this is what is going down. Slakia. Okay, this man is the devil, and he wants to be a god on earth. Okay, and so he wants to subdue the people and be like the Most High, and gather everyone together as one. Okay, just like Nimrod at the Tower of Babel. Okay, Habakkuk chapter 2 and verses 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him. Who is that? That's Esau Edom. But the just shall live by his faith. Okay, the just is going to live by the Lord's faith, the Israelites. Okay, the people of the Lord. Yea, also because he transgresses by wine, he is a proud man. Make America great again. Okay, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire is hell. Okay, They neither keep it at home because they established 270 military bases in 80 countries. Okay, they're policing the world. Okay, who enlarges his desire as hell, because wherever they go, there's war. All right, and is as death. Okay, so the Lord is describing them as hell and death. Okay, wherever they go, that's the Edomites, so-called white man, and cannot be satisfied. Okay, they can't be satisfied right now. They're coveting the rest of the land of Gaza so that they can make a resort and do whatever they want out of that land. Okay, just like they did the Native Americans, they coveted the land of the Americas and they took it by violence. Okay, but gathereth unto him all nations and heapeth unto him all people. That's what they're getting ready to do by giving everybody a digital ID. Okay, a global, because this is going to be a global event. All right, everybody's going to be into AI. Okay, and on the grid. Okay, in a database. All your information is going to be in a database. All right, so that they can track, trace, and know everything about you. All right, your DNA, they're gonna have your eye scan. Okay, you're gonna have to scan your eyeballs, your fingers. Of course, you're gonna have to get fingerprints done. All right, and whatever else they tell you to do in order to buy and sell in America. Okay. Verse 6, shall not all these take up a parable against him and a taunting proverb against him and say, woe to him, all right, that's Esau, Edom, that increases that which is not his, because they go around, they establish America based upon inequity. They basically stole people's resources. All right, they use deception. All right, so woe to him that increases that which is not his, how long? And to him that layeth himself with thick clay. All right, that clay means debt. Okay, we're in $37 trillion worth of debt. Okay, shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them? Because the nations are rising up. Okay, and that's why we're going to go to all out war, because this is the reason, because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land of the city, and of all that dwell therein. Okay, because all of the violence that they've caused in order to acquire the land and the resources for America, okay, the elites to make themselves rich. Okay, the people are going to rise up. Okay, the nations are rising up. Let me read that again. Woe to him that coveteth an evil covetance to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. So that's what they have done. They've coveted these lands and resources, all right, so they can set America on high. All right. But as it says in verse 8 again, let me read that again. Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee. Okay, that's the reason why World War III is going to be fought. Okay, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land of the city and all that dwell therein. Verse 10, thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people, and hast sinned against thy soul. And that's the nation of Edom. Okay, the house of Edom. Okay. Let me read that again. Thou hast consulted shame to thy house, the house being the house of Esau, Edom, okay, by cutting off many people, and hast sinned against thy soul, okay. For the stone shall cry out of the wall, and the beam out of the timber shall answer it. The stones are the 12 tribes of Israel, okay, the prophets. They're on the highways and byways crying out, all right, to the Heavenly Father, all right, to the beam, okay, in the timber, okay, that's Yahweh Shai, calling out their iniquity, and what they have done wrong, okay, giving testimony in the earth. Verse 12, woe to him that buildeth a town with blood and establish a city by iniquity. All right, that describes Esau, Edom. All right, so they've reached their end. Okay, they know it's the end of their established dominance in the earth. So what I mean, financially, the dollar is getting ready to crash. Uh, the economy is getting ready to go. So they have to subdue all the people and gather all the people together so they can control everyone. Okay, when they pretty much crash the economy and pretty much establish a new currency in the earth. So that's the reason why they have to come forward with the digital ID here in America very swiftly as well. Okay, in order to buy and sell, you're going to need that digital ID, and eventually it's going to go into your hand. Okay, as a implant. All right. Okay. Let's go to because this man is the devil. All right, and at this point, he's coming down with great wrath. Right, they're speaking as a dragon now. All right, Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath. Why? Because he knoweth that he has but a short time. A short time for what? Rulership, dominion in the earth. They know this. Okay? They know it in different ways. They know that they, the far as having children, they're not having as many babies as they used to have. They're not keeping pace with the tribes. Okay, so they know that, number one. Okay, number two, they see the dollar crashing and they see the economy faltering. So that's the reason why they have enacted this new world order. They're speaking as a dragon now. Okay, because they're in their mind, their inward thought is they should rule forever. Let's go to that. Psalms 49 and 11. Their inward thought is that they should rule forever. All right. Psalms 49 and 11. Their inward thought is that their houses, okay, we spoke about the houses of Esau, Edom, shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own name. So they conquered these lands. Okay, Jacob was ruling in a lot of the lands of Europe. And of course, they call themselves the original people, the original Europeans, the original Australians. They call themselves Australian, what have you. So they feel that this is going to continue forever. Okay. All right. Let's go to Revelations. No, let's go to 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. The Lord pointed out that there will be a time of revealing of Esau, Edom in the earth, and that he would be exposed to the world by the prophets. Okay. All right. And he would want to be like the Most High. All right. Being that the Most High has the angels, he sees everything in the earth. There's nothing that gets by the Most High. All right. He knows your thoughts, all of that. So what Esau, Edom has done, since he knows he does not have he's not going to inherit the kingdom of heaven, he decided that he would create his own heaven. All right. And he would be the God of it. All right. And he established that through white supremacy, but it's coming to an end. So they feel that through technology, through awakening the demon AI, that they will be able to subdue the people again. Okay, because AI can do the work for them by pretty much having all the data. All right, storing all the data around the world. Okay, if you can understand that. And they're going to set up surveillance systems, drones, okay, flying overhead, watching everyone. That's what's coming. All right, 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verses 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first. The falling away was the Israelites fell away in 70 AD. They were scattered, all right, in the earth again, okay, in another captivity of the Romans. And that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, okay? So the day that should come is the day of judgment, okay? And it's not coming until this man of sin is revealed, in which that man of sin is Esau, Edom, who opposes and exalted himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worship. Okay, so he exalted himself. He said, you know what? I'm going to be like the Most High because we got the technology, we got AI, we can police everyone, we can see everyone where they are. We'll be like the gods. Okay, so you see that? So I'll read that again. Who opposes and exalts himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worship, so that he as the Most High sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High. Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things? And now ye know that withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time. Okay, we're living in that time. The prophets are revealing them to the world as being the devil, Esau, Edom. Okay, the Edomites. All right. For the mystery of iniquity, verse 7, does already work, because they were already committing iniquity and doing wickedness when they were in power as the ancient Romans, okay, the Greco-Romans, during Yahweh's time. For the mystery of iniquity does already work, only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. So he who letteth is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, the Heavenly Father and Son, is allowing them to carry forth this wickedness for a period of time so that they can be judged. All right. The witnesses being Judah and Israel on the street corners, being the witnesses against them. Okay. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. And then shall that wicked be revealed. Okay. He's being revealed by the prophets, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. The mouthpiece of the Lord is the prophets, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Because when the return of Yahushua, he's going to come with the chariots of heaven. All right. With bright chariots, angelic vehicles. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan. Even him, that's Esau, Edom. Even him, you get it? Even him is a person. All right, that's Esau, Edom, the Edomites, whose coming is after the working of Satan. See, they're the representatives of Satan on earth. All right, the seed of the wicked. Okay, all right, Genesis 3:15. All right, working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders. Okay, they're going to come forth with this technology. All right, the digital ID, in which they eventually want to get your biometrics, bio meaning body, and eventually they're going to put this the chip into you. Okay, then they own you. All right, and then you will have win against the Most High. Okay, and the Most High by default will not allow you as an Israelite to be delivered. Okay. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power, signs, and lying wonders. Okay, again, the brain chip, the RFID microchip, which they're going to implant in your hand, some sort of form of implant they're going to use, all right, in the body. Okay, verses 10, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. Okay, so that's talking about Israelites mainly that heard the gospel, see the men of the Lord on the highways and hedges, and they scoffed at it. All right, and for this cause the Most High shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie, so they will continue to walk in their own beliefs. All right, Christianity, Islam, what have you, that they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness. Okay, so and that's the reason why the Lord's going to take out 2/3 of our people. All right, the Israelites. All right, Because other nations, if you're here in America, if you're not an Israelite, you're going to be melted, okay, during World War III, and you probably won't, and you're not going to make it through the Great Tribulation either. All right, the Lord is going to preserve His elect. All right, So, anyway, let's go to Revelation 13 and 16, because that's what this is leading up to. All right, you won't be able to buy or sell. You heard the man yourself. You're not going to be able to participate in society if you don't get the digital ID. And that's the next step toward the MOTB. Revelation 13 and 16. He calls us all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Okay, so in order to buy and sell, you're going to have this digital ID. You're going to have to get it. All right, everyone's going to have to get that. But when it translates into them putting the something into your body, the Lord has forbidden it, that you put this in your hand, your body. Okay. All right. So let's go to Revelations 14 and 9. That's what it is. Hold on a second. All right. 14 and 9. This is the warning from the Most High. That's why you know it's a physical thing. Revelation 14 and 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. Okay, and that is Armageddon, because the Lord is going to return and save the elect. All right, when they launch these nuclear missiles. All right, and that's what it's talking about here: fire and brimstone from the angels, the chariots, the angelic chariots, and from the nuclear missiles. The Lord is going to leave you here and melt you. All right. And why we know it's a physical thing is, let's go here to verse 16 and 2. It's a physical mark. Okay, don't believe what everybody's saying. Okay, IUIC, WFI, FI, camps. All right, because they're not rolling with the prophets, the true men of the Lord, the leaders, which is Apostle Tahar, Gabar, Ramlav, and the other elder. Forgive me for Rakar. Okay, Rakar, Apostle Rakar. Yeah. So those men are the original men that been teaching from the One West camps to this very day, over 30, 40 years plus years. All right. And they've given us the truth and the understanding, all right, of the Bible, the men of great millstone. So Revelation 16 and 2, this is why we know it's a physical mark. And the first went out and poured out his vial upon the earth, the angel, right? And there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worship his image. So it's a physical thing. You're going to get a grievous sore on your hand, okay, more than likely, and it's going to turn into a cancerous sore, okay? That's why we know it's a physical thing. All right, and this is all what's coming. The digital ID is coming into effect, and eventually, all right, it's going to be made mandatory. All right, Revelation 2 and 10, the Lord told his servants, all right, as you know, when they try to make the chip mandatory, the implant, this and they start coming against, you know, and trying to make you do things against the word. Okay, Revelation 2 and 10, fear none of these things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison. The devil meaning Esau, Edom. All right, we're not talking about a red spandex suit creature. All right, behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. So the Lord is going to be with us during this time period. But right now they're bringing forth their agenda. Okay, and it starts with the digital ID. And yes, it's coming here to America. Shalom.